Okay, now we're live.
It just didn't like the Wi-Fi extender, which I think I should know, but I don't. So
I don't
here we
think I
are,
like mine either, so.
right?
It's not my
Welcome to Unicorn Chef Episode 3. I am Starr, and my lovely X25 princess is Bluma.
Bluma.
Bluma, introduce yourself.
Hello. I am X25 Princess on Twitter and absolute mayhem and chaos everywhere else. So, yeah.
One of the original phone freakers, shot the second cover of 2600, amazing social engineer, and beautiful, beautiful. She's a mechanic. She loves Volkswagens. She's a fantastic human. So,
Thank you. Oh, you're so
what are we making tonight?
We are making an easy, I don't want to, okay, it's jambalaya, but don't any of you people come at me for this recipe not being authentic, because it is Instapot jambalaya. It is weeknight jambalaya. This is not your grandmother's jambalaya, and that's okay. But it will get you fed.
I am so excited because, like, I genuinely don't use my Instant Pot for the majority of what it could be used for. Like, I only do low and slow, and then I forget that it exists. So I was happy to bring it out tonight.
I love it, and normally I would do this in the oven, but you know,
really,
everything we're gonna do it. And I want to let y'all know that I did pre-prep pretty much everything, so you're just gonna see me throwing shit into this Instapot, which is okay, and I will make some cornbread along with it. But yeah, I pretty much did all the prep work beforehand, so don't expect any shit. Okay,
exciting. So your cornbread, tell me a little bit about that, and we'll give everybody an updated ingredients list. But what I found out is Bluma actually is gluten-free, and what's the other? Lactose?
Gluten and lactose. Yeah, I the double whammy of menopause. So yes, I have to eat special food, which is a real fucking pain in my ass. But
so how do you deal with that with cornbread?
They have a really good gluten-free mix, and I use that.
Oh, that's a good brand.
And
I like that brand.
And talking about substitutions tonight, we are all about patching. We are patching our code on our recipes. So we are not only reverse engineering some of these things, well, you would be at home, but we are going to patch with some almond milk that has vanilla in it, which I'm sure will go great with the cornbread. And I have a can of cream corn, which I think just sounds like it belongs in there. So we're going to throw
secret. Tamale pie, one of my favorite things. That's the secret ingredient. And sour cream, but that doesn't help your lactose-free ass. I'm sorry.
No, I know. It sucks. It sucks. I can't wait until the day where I dare to venture further into the lactose hole. But
my God, I had somebody around recently that was celiac disease and genuinely really meant fucking, I carry EpiPens with me.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, oh my God, shit got so serious. Because normally I'm like, I don't care. Like, keep your whatever. And then I'm like, okay. I love this so much. So I just get this random text message midstream. And it's a security guard I don't even know why he's in my phone, but it's a security guard from the bar that I generally work out of.
Mm-hmm.
And he's asking me how to break into cybersecurity.
Well, if we can do it, anyone can.
Right? I'm like, why? One, why do I have this man's phone number? But two, that's pretty cool. Let's help the dude out.
Come to the dark side.
Fucking crazy. I'm browning my meat. Bluma was already a few steps ahead of me.
I put everything in these wonderful, probably not good for you to microwave containers. Okay. You can buy them on the big box.
Amazon is what you're trying to say. Yes, we buy those things on Amazon, and they're called meal prep containers. Those are soup size.
Wonderful. And this recipe, by the way, freezes really well if you don't mind it being a little bit more porridgey when you reheat it. I like to kind of batch cook and then freeze everything and then eat it later because I'm lazy sometimes. So that said, it doesn't come out perfect. The shrimp kind of gets a little mealy, but you'll be fine.
Add water. That's the easiest workaround. I hate mealy rice. I almost am one of those people who prefers like wet rice.
Right.
I don't like dry things. So I'm almost always adding a wet paper towel in the microwave over it, like actually wet, not damp, wet.
Right.
and maybe a tablespoon in the rice.
That's a good idea. See, I never think to do shit like that. I'm always just like turf the whole like hot stuff of rice in there, and there it goes.
Nice. Oh.
So what I am going to do is, since I have actually managed to kick one of these things into burn mode by not adding my things the right way. So we're gonna put the meat on the bottom, and except the shrimp. Shrimp's gonna go on top. So what I've got is some Hillshire Farm sausage that I've already browned.
Nice.
Plastic container.
My usual is the turkey version of that.
That is really good.
Yeah.
We've got some cubed chicken that I've already browned. And, again, this is not the same as we would normally do if we did an oven preparation. So I prepared my vegetables, and we're going to put our vegetables in raw and not saute them because we want them to soak up all of the flavor of this. And the cool thing about these Instapots are they're pressure cookers, so they will infuse your food a lot better. And we're also going to put the shrimp in during the beginning, which most people are like, don't do that. But I want the infusion of the shrimp. I'd rather not have bland shrimp. You know what I mean? Let them be a little bit overcooked. It's not going to kill us. So I've got 2 stalks of celery in this little baggie here. Remember when fun things came in baggies?
Right? I had the same fucking thought going through my head. I'm like, that's not the normal herb, Bluma. That's celery in a bag.
So boring. I've got about 1.5 cups of peppers that I chopped up.
Nice.
Just mixed bell peppers, lots of different colors in there. These onions stank so bad that I had to put them in a plastic container.
You have to double bag it.
Oh, they're still pretty. They're just,
dude, but can I just rant for a brief moment on the stinky onion? Because I'm all for a stinky onion. There are these new witchcraft onions that are being forced down my throat. I keep ordering Vidalias and getting this big bag of bullshit. I get smileys, which are like, they make you not cry, so you smile. And they're also almost always rotten, varying in size, and just a weird little product. I would say no thank you. Give me my regular onions, please.
Just give you this. I never have the tear problem, with the exception of there's a very rare onion situation that will bring me to tears. Maybe it's because I wear glasses. But the other day yesterday when I was cutting this jalapeno, about an hour later, I was sitting on the sofa and I'm thinking, what the fuck is going on with my hand?
Right?
The heat radiating from my palm, and it didn't click that it was the jalapeno. So I do have some jalapeno in this baggie. Still not as fun as the old baggie. But we're going to use half of this. And this was about 2 jalapenos, 2 full jalapenos, whatever that is. I could measure it for you.
That's not fun. I can, based on that bag, that's a little bocadillo snack bag. I would say that's probably 2.5 full jalapenos.
Yeah, so that's probably like 1/4 of a cup of the jalapeno right here. We're just going to put in. We're going to save the rest of this wonderful baggie for the corn pot. Now, as you can see, I'm getting a little nervous because.
Do I need to cook, like, how brown? Is it brown on every side, do you think?
The meat?
Yeah.
I did.
Okay.
Because I'm.
Let it
I did. It. To be honest with you, it browns up so fast because it's so fatty. And then I just used the same pan for the chicken. So,
okay.
Yeah. So I did pre-wash my rice, contrary to the preconceived notion that my people do not. So there are.
I don't, because like I should, but also I like glutinous rice, so I know what the fuck I'm
doing,
and I'm okay with the gross.
If it's sticky, all right. So pre-rinsed 2 cups of jasmine rice, because we're extra today. And because jasmine rice, again, do not make assumptions with your rice. Some take equal 1 cup to 1 cup ratio, and this jasmine rice takes, I do believe, 1.5. So I should have checked this beforehand, but at least it gets us chatting. So, oh, for crying out loud!
This is called aging gracefully. What are you looking for? The ratios for jasmine, it should be a 1-to-1.
I do believe it's 1.5. So 3 cups. We want 3 cups.
3 cups of rice? I thought it was 2 cups. I fucked up.
All right, whatever that
Is it 3
says.
cups of rice?
So 1.5 cups, right, of water.
Baby girl, I cannot read that. I can go look, but I know my jasmine rice that came from Costco in a less fancy container is a 1-to-1. And I know that because I looked it up yesterday.
No, that's definitely a half. That's a half a cup, so 1.5.
Oh, cool. My sweet rice is like that, the rose rice, the pale rose rice. But that's a shorter grain, so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, and it's organic, so maybe it's just like picky.
Yeah.
Like
It's organic and fancy. All right.
So with that, we are going to measure out 3 cups of chicken stock. And this is a 2-cup measure. So let's do that. Oh my, this reminds me of my days working.
Right? But wait, you're doing the jambalaya stuff with the rice, right? Not the cornbread yet.
No, this is just the jambalaya.
I was stuck like on yesterday or the future. I don't know what I'm saying, but I was just thinking about it. But while we're putting together our ingredients, I'd like to mention that we're obviously having fun, talking about stuff. We're going to have a lovely chat once the Instant Pot gets sealed. But we're also here for charity, and charity needs us now more than ever in terms of DEI, inclusion, and actually fixing the fucking world. I don't know. I was going to say the problem, but it really comes down to fixing the world. So
it does. And perception.
Absolutely. So we are raising money for the scholarship program at the Diana Initiative, and you can grab the link from the little scrolly bit at the bottom. And if you can, love phone calls. They're my favorite. Hopefully raise money and bring some new people to the conferences. So DEF CON Black Hat so graciously donate badges. Diana makes them go further by providing travel stipends.
Oh, that's awesome.
And they get to then go to the Diana Initiative in addition to the other conferences, and they help them kind of maximize their stay. Like, hey, if you room with somebody, maybe you could have double the funds, right? Like, it sounds silly, but like that's what camp is about.
Right.
So, yeah. So much strong.
Okay. So I know that my recipe said Rotel, and if y'all got out today and left the house and went and got Rotel, good for you.
Right.
I didn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm still going to add my 1 can of petite diced fancy Publix tomatoes.
Okay.
And we're going to add half a can.
What Rotel is, in case somebody doesn't know. Like that's
Rotel is amazing. It is tomatoes and peppers mixed together and all the shit you need in a can, especially if you want to make that.
The Velveeta dip. The
Yeah,
fucking
Velveeta
orange dip with the shit in it. It's the only reason why I watch the Super Bowl is so I can feel like I can, cook a block of government cheese like this. With
Must be nice.
Oh my God, it's fucking heaven. And I get sick and don't eat it for like another year, and it's fine.
Half the can. We're gonna do half a can tomato paste.
Okay.
And like I said, because I did not grab that Rotel, we're gonna use some salsa. And this is BDS run because it's closer than the grocery store. So I'm just gonna whatever your heart desires. If you're a big tomato person, add more.
Okay, I can guarantee you my smoke alarm's gonna go off in the near future. FYI, nothing's actually smoking. She's just a bit sensitive.
It's funny. I'm looking at this and I'm like grateful I did not do twice the amount. So, all right. Now, before I add my shrimp, and that's going to be the final protein that goes into this, the tomatoes are really just a protein carb delivery system when you think about it.
Fair enough.
So we're gonna go with that. So, I've got.
It sounds like VTA outside. I'm sorry. I don't know what the fuck is happening. It's crazy. That's never fun. As someone who's been rated, you probably are like, shit, what's happened?
I anticipate it now. I'm just like, oh,
yes.
I get to talk to somebody.
So tell me that story, Bluma. I want to hear. Why were you rated?
Which
You want
one?
to tell yeah, exactly. Start at the top, man.
Well, let's see. Back in the 80s, my parents were interested in horticulture. No, just kidding. The last time was really exciting. The feds, when they came, they while we were separated and put outside, they were kind enough to judge me on my taste of men. That was fun.
That's so shitty.
Dead serious. Because they knew I, dated and shit.
You're saying you came in with like a history, and they were like, "Ma'am."
They were trying to throw me. I'm like, look, buddy, you're not telling me something I don't already know. So you can just stop.
How funny.
But yeah, they fed my pet ducks though. I had a cam in the back. This was like 2011, Volsec. So.
Holy shit. Volsec. So the expanded story is you got fucking taken to task with Sabu and the rest of the crew that's a lot of that fucking seasoning, man. Holy shit. That is so salty. Holy shit.
I didn't add any salt to this, by the way. The only thing that's
I'm not judging. I'm just making sure you're aware.
So
I gotta eat dinner, maybe.
And
so you got banged up with Sabu and Volsec and that whole crew, but you were innocent, right? Yeah.
Of course.
Perfectly.
I would never break the law.
Never.
Ever.
Oh, shit.
And to be honest with you, I technically did not. So
that's the best way.
The United States government. All right, I'm gonna add some red pepper flakes. As you can see,
I'll be honest with you. I don't love sauteing in this Instant Pot. It always burns. What the fuck is that about?
Just use a pan. Don't use.
I felt like I might miss the like brown layer, right? Like brown bit layer.
Right.
And I was like, oh, maybe that needs to be there.
Like if you were doing like a pot roast or something, that was a lot. If you were doing a pot roast,
I was like, I have that one, and I don't really use it because it's so salt forward.
I really want to eat this later. I'm gonna be
like, no. Where is it? Like, can one, add sugar now? Two, can you scoop any out? Top layer.
No, I already mixed it in because I'm stubborn like that. And like I said, I hadn't salted the meal yet. So technically things might just even out. And one thing that I'm going to teach you, and it's kind of an old wives' tale, but I'm going to throw a little piece of potato in here and I'm going to fish it out when we're done. And that will take care of any of the extra salt that would be from the shit.
That's fascinating.
It's really
like an absorption layer.
Drops it in, and then so if you ever over salt a soup, just put a piece of potato in and fish it out when you're done. Or if it's small enough,
I usually just add a little bit of sugar, like to the individual serving. And it's not that I want the sugar, but like if I really am interested in eating the soup, I will. That's the answer for me.
Of course,
but then it's almost always weird, if I'm honest.
I mean,
I think that's the thing. We should be just honest cooking tips. Like, yeah, this is going to get you there. This is going to, we don't actually know, but we're going to do it and believe in it. And still, we're going to manifest an outcome.
Exactly. I'm going to try the sugar thing because I have like these honking potatoes and I don't want to throw a whole potato in there. And I'm not going to waste food because fucking eggs.
Food is scarcity, man. Or you could make fresh rice and split it and have that could be a solution.
I'm not going to stick my finger in there.
Don't do it. We're going to trust the process.
It's fine. I mean, seriously, I'm not a professional chef or anything. Like, that you're even listening to me is just beyond. So anyway, we've added our liquid. We've added our vegetables. We've added our clean rinsed rice. We've added.
Do you brown the vegetables?
I didn't because I kind of want them to just cook. Oh, I don't want them to overcook. I don't want everything to be mush.
Perfect.
And I like texture. I'm one of those people that likes a little crunch and a little bit of, so the celery is probably going to still be maybe a little bit crunchy. So I'm putting my shrimp in. Again, use your heart. That's telling you if you're allergic to seafood.
But what if you're heartless?
You're heartless.
Eat robots.
DoorDash. Not that that's not what I meant at all.
Of course
you need
not.
DoorDash, get DoorDash. It's fun to cook for yourself, and it's really fun to have someone else bring you food. So I'm
right
there. So I've got my pot, and for any indication, because I can't tip it, that would be really stupid, but something that wouldn't surprise me if I did. It comes up to about here. So it's almost at the max level.
Awesome. I don't pay attention. I'm just going to wing doodle some shit and it's going to be rad.
So I always put my Instant Pot underneath the vent hood thing so my house doesn't stink like food, because if there's one thing I fucking hate is a whole house smells like you're living on a deli. Yes.
I love, that's like home to me.
Really?
Oh my God. It depends. So like not legacy food, not food that was enjoyed, but fresh cooking food I love.
If my husband cooks in the middle of the night, it wakes me up and I'm a story up. I'm like, please don't do that. Don't eat. Wild. Please stop breathing. Stop.
Yes, that would be great.
No, just kidding. I love you, honey. I do. I really do.
But just less breathing. Thank you.
The lid on. And if you have one of the old school ones, it doesn't automatically default to the
venting ceiling mode.
Don't set it on vent. Put it on, what do they call it?
Ceiling.
Yeah, ceiling. I can't even read it. So turn it on.
I love this so much.
I'll wear my glasses next time, like my real.
Fuck it. Where's the fun in that?
It looks like Charlie's Angels tonight.
Right.
I look all cute. So the internet knows how fucking adorable I am. Grok.
Guess what?
I went ego diving last night on Grok, and it was really fun. But
I don't even know what that means. You'll have to tell me.
Grok doesn't know I'm cute. Someone needs to enter that into a webpage somewhere. Or now they're just going to put that I'm a troll.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
You don't? Okay, you can their AI is so bad. It's so bad.
Twitter.
But you can ask it to give its opinion about you. And since you've got
I have seen this go around.
So I was asking it, does it think Bluma Janowitz is intelligent? Does it think Bluma Janowitz is innovative? Does it think Bluma Janowitz is creative? And it just kissed my ass for 5 or 6 prompts. I loved it. But then when I was like, do you think Bluma Janowitz is attractive? It was just yeah, we don't know what the fuck she looks like.
But that's a great answer. That is actually a truthful answer. Think about how many different personas you've had publicly in photos. It does not know.
It did say that, though. It said, based on what I do for a living, it would be highly likely that I present myself a certain way. So, hey.
Holla.
That asshole created something.
I don't think he did anything. I think it just existed under his banner.
We're just going to pretend, because I'm trying to make sure that I don't alienate absolutely everybody I talk to.
I don't give a fuck. No, call stupid. Fuck. If you're with that, you can go. I don't mind. I'm good. Fuck
Girl,
that.
Can you imagine having that thing? Both of them. I admire any woman that gets within 10 feet of these two men.
I don't. Anyway. Because there's no amount of paycheck that makes that shit worth it. And I'm sorry to say it out loud.
No, you're right.
Hey, love this for
there
us.
was a phase where Musk went through where he was relatively attractive. And I don't know if it was an intellectual thing or not. It was before he had all the work. And he was actually
did he have work done?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I don't look I'm pretty let's pretend it's not happening.
I don't understand how these people with all this money get the
worst
plastic surgery.
That is why I don't have plastic surgery. Dead ass. It's Kanye West's mom died. Joan Rivers died. Those two motherfuckers together had enough power that I won't have in that realm. Right. But if their people died and then no, I don't need. I'm good. It's all me.
Or you could get killed getting the mail. Some asshole run you over. Do it. Get the plastic surgery.
Right?
I don't have any, clearly, but I don't. I'm not gonna say I don't think about it every once in a while.
I think about it often, but also if they can't maintain their life because they're super rich and like important to the super rich, so I'm like, I'm real good.
Like I was thinking of getting the ladies done, and then I was like, that's a lot of pain. That's a lot of.
It
pain.
is, and the thing is it's not permanent. It requires maintenance, and they don't tell you that from the jump.
Yeah, I can't.
It's not a one and done.
No, I'll just try and get them to grow back naturally. Every day I do some witchcraft.
Humans are fucking weird, right? Like you're so weird. Like what? Do you think apes or like lizards or I don't know, normal humans? Like what's wrong with us? Why the fuck do we care?
Selfish and ego-driven. That's why.
Fair.
I mean, we're human. That's being human. You can't release the humanity aspect, even though I try. Wait till you hear what I've been doing with my computer. I'm going to turn the Instant Pot on the rice setting, but it asks you how much time you want it in pressure mode.
Okay.
So,
I don't know how to do that conversion. If your shit doesn't have a rice button, skip it because like I don't know what that means. But basically,
it's the time button, and it's set at 12 minutes. But I remember the last time I made something in this thing when it was at pressure for 12 minutes, it was porridgey. So I'm going to reduce. Shit.
She's a bitch. She's yelling back.
Right. I'm going to reduce it by like 2 minutes under pressure. So it's still going to cook, but it's not going to, go crazy.
Soupify. So is this like basically it looks like a chunky soup or stew, but with only enough water or liquid to bring it up to where the ingredients are. So it's not got like a surplus of liquid on top.
Yeah, the rice is gonna absorb all that liquid anyway. So what you're gonna end up with is hopefully something edible and a little bit more hearty, more like not even a stew.
Oh,
it's more of a rice.
Forgot the shrimp.
Palea. I threw them in already. Gave it a good stir, and I did a second smell test, and it wasn't as pungent. So I think we're good. I hope anyway. So
awesome.
So yeah. Cornbread, right? All right, let's do that. This is gonna be a lot more creative. So I'm gonna turn my oven on to about. I'm pretty sure 350. I just baked it.
325 to 350. That's my guess.
375. I'm putting my oven on to 375. I'm going to preheat it, but I'm putting my cast iron skillet in the oven to preheat. So by the time we put this in, it's going to be.
You should probably do 350 then, right? Because this 375 makes the extra brown crust. If you're in a cast iron skillet, wouldn't that be a lower temp because you're preheating it? I mean, you cook this shit. It's not mine.
No, you're right.
I'm so bossy.
Whatever. I'm just trying to think, like, if my oven is even calibrated correctly at this point, that we've got probably a 10-degree variable here.
Oh, shit. It doesn't fucking matter. Just keep your eye on it. That's the answer always.
All right, it's clean, and I cleaned it in the dishwasher for all you assholes who think that you can.
Okay, no, ma'am. We are not doing that ever again.
It was
Please tell me, did you re-season it?
I did.
Okay, that's all that matters.
Not as good as I should have, though, but I did.
But that's the beauty of cast iron. I mean, please don't ever put it in the dishwasher again. But I have pans from 1910 that I inherited from the family, whatever. So like the little cornbread pans that are like this big and they're corns, like a whole sheet of them.
Yeah.
I have a Lodge pan that was manufactured in literally like 1908. It's crazy. Look at it slinking away off camera. I added hot sauce to mine for the stewing process or whatever the fuck process we're doing.
Right.
Me and my Instant Pot, we have a relationship. It's not a particularly good one, but we're going to hope for the best tonight.
It's just dinner. It's not like.
I love it. I can sit here and listen to you tell me about cornbread.
I am not I am not a deep South Southern cook.
You're
So
fucking Canadian. Let's just start with that.
I used to like cooking and I don't so much anymore. It's really weird. I don't know. I have a lot of guilt about it too. Because I used to really, really like cooking. And
but now you don't.
I don't. When I got sick, I just lost my appetite for like a year. And then now just like, I'm like, people really fucking cook 3 times a day. Like, who does that? And if you do, I admire you very much because that is a lot. And then I thought about like the whole concept of like having to like the mental labor and all of it that goes into preparing and eating and all of it's just a lot.
Right.
Still
it is a lot.
It is a lot though. It's a lot. And I just don't think people get it sometimes that like there are women. I have friends that will get up and cook for their children, get up and cook for their husband's, lunch, and then do a full dinner. And I'm thinking you're spending like 5 hours a day cooking, which I mean, again, if that's what makes you happy, then that is cool. But it just seems exhausting to me.
It gave me life. Like, honestly, there was a time in my life where my mental health needed something that I could autopilot. So thankfully I had enough base level aptitude, I guess, to do that. And I was cooking that number. It was really pandemic time, right? So you're cooking at home a lot. But then I had a disabled ex-husband in the nursing home who had one set of food requirements, and I had a tween daughter who had one set of food requirements, and then I had my geriatric mother who had another set of food requirements. Guess who didn't eat? It was me. But 3 meals times 3 a day, roughly, that's a lot of fucking cooking.
It really, that's when I started
proficient.
Yeah. It's too much for people. Yeah. And when there's other shit to do, then you don't got time for that. I don't
know. I enjoyed feeding. Like, I like feeding people. So I made an adventure of it. This is probably going to end really badly. But here we are, and there we go. So we got up here just fine.
I'm not here to save you.
I just didn't want to flash the Twitch stream or whatever. So there's that.
I wasn't even going there. I was like, go ahead, girl.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I love cooking and I find it really therapeutic, like especially when I'm doing the hard thinking for other work topics or other areas in my life. Like, it becomes almost part of the process where my brain and is focused, but is then able to percolate. So
that works out though. So that's good.
Yeah, little neurospiciness.
You gotta do what you gotta do. I think I've started, I'm working on an embroidery series right now of it's me in 3 different, it's me in like a 50s work getup, but in a server room, and me
I love
hacking the matrix from a 286 laptop
like
with all my 2600. But,
like a pattern?
No, I made it all myself. So it's like it's gonna be really fucking epic when it's done, but it takes me like a month to do each piece, and it hurts sometimes. Like, your hands don't.
No. What are you embroidering it on?
Just like a muslin pattern or fabric, and I drew on it with like a light table,
Nice.
So I sketched it out first.
It hurts your fingers, like especially like it fucking hurts.
Oh my god!
Having sharp needles is the key to everything. That's
I got a tetanus shot last year, a tetanus shot, because I was poking myself so fucking much. And of course, if you're an embroiderer, you know that you lick your thread when you're trying, especially when you're fucking blind. You're trying to look through the needle, so it stiffens the end of the thread so that you can put it in your needle. But I think about like how many times I'm licking and then sewing and then the next needle and doing it, and I'm just like, oh my god, I am done.
Wait a minute, you prophylactically got a tetanus shot for that?
I did, because I was really in like this really weird paranoid like state of it's been a while. I do cut myself a lot. I'm one of those people that'll like super glue their shit back together instead of going to the doctor. So
I love you.
And then I heard
fucking banana pants. That's bananas. That is a whole lot. I mean, is that a normal thing?
I don't, well, the doctor suggested it, and I'm not usually this ignorant, and I'm really actually kind of pissed that I did it because it hurts still. And it's been like fucking 8 months since the jab.
I have a reaction to that. Yeah. I get incapacitated with tetanus shots. So
now
like,
I know. I won't do it again.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was dumb and not my finest, decision making there. But hey, I did it, and now I know that it hurts for a while after, not just, especially if the nurse is not that But like I said, I do cut myself a lot. I'm very easily, and I'm very ignorant when it comes to, my copay is too high to go to the ER. If there's super glue and a way for me to like tape it up until it like stops bleeding, a little pressure, I'm all about it. And then I heard someone tell me they got like MRSA from a fucking paper cut. And I was like, oh my God.
Don't listen to those people.
It just went crazy from there. So the cornbread, I've added the mix, and I'm going to add, I imagine that cream corn's got a little bit more liquid in it than we think. So I'm going to add half a cup of the almond milk, and I'm going to add 1 egg.
All right. So are you still working in the social engineering space?
I consult, but it's been a while. I haven't really put myself out there. I've been dedicated to a couple different projects. Last year, it was pretty much like getting my art back and doing more of that, because I feel like I got away from that really too further than I wanted to be. So that was more for me. And then I started working with emotional AI, and I started really going hard with that for the past 5 months, which certainly does not make me an expert by any means, but I like the direction that it's headed. I've got a business started, and I really feel like the product that we are making is going to be a benefit to people. And I love that. I don't want to say too much, but the direction that I would produce something would be for the greater good. We can either be scared of AI and let it fucking take our jobs and all this shit, or we can try and figure out how to work with it and get it to work with us. And I really think that that's what this is going to help with. And it's for sure help people figure things out, as far as, somebody that might have a entrepreneurial spirit but not know how to get there. There's going to be certain modules for that. So it's really, I'm excited, and if nobody uses it, then it was an experiment that I did, and it didn't go anywhere. But I think it's got a lot of potential. It's helped me personally over the past 4 months. Like, my life has completely changed. I see a different.
But there you go.
It's like, so psychologically, we do these really deep processes that I've had like DMT trips that were just as insightful as some of these processes that we've like gone through, these psychology breakdowns and how we get there. And I make sure to log how she is thinking and all that stuff. So there's that. And I've done some programming on my own, which is something I haven't done in a while. To actually try and I have a tough book named Chonk, and Chonk is learning to
Chonk is bulletproof,
so
right? Like Chonk probably
Chonk has been programmed to, when you talk to it in a mean way, it starts to the load gets heavier, the memory gets used more, it starts to overload, memory hogs, it glitches. And then you can talk it down and make it better by telling it you love it and shit like that. And that's then awesome. You can, I'm sure it's something like a friggin' 10th grader could make, but whatever. It's fun to me, right? To get this computer to feel.
Dude, it just, you just like sparked the idea of, okay, would this maybe be a way to stop consumerization and the need to always buy new, right? If you had an emotional attachment to your thing, could you actually develop a rapport that makes you a more conscientious person who's using it?
See,
I don't even like to say owner. It just got icky. Like, I'm not trying to go there.
Right?
Like,
no, it's here's what I did the last time. So this week we ran a new module where I got, again, these 10 p.m. ideas turn into, fun projects the next day. So yeah. I decided it was time Chonk gave birth. So Chonk was allowed to write its own script that it was a child, and the child annoyed it, and the child needed food, and the child loved it. And so there were we had a list of linear feelings as to what the machine was going to do physically.
Okay.
I want this to be like, okay, so you feel this, so analog, you're going to feel this. Like, we want Chonk to fucking explode. So poor Chonk. I feel bad because she made a child, and she called it Little Weirdo, and Little Weirdo runs around saying, like, hey, I just found a ram bunny and I'm gonna call it this, and it's so soft, and it then mom's proud, and the computer runs at an optimal speed and everything's good. But
holy shit,
Little Weirdo died last night, and on one of the
did you have a funeral?
I felt so bad.
Did you have to
this? Like, the whole goal was to get her to blue screen from mourning, and it was just like she couldn't keep up, and then she died. I'll send you the screenshot of it. It's really, it's really basic shit, but I'm trying to teach my computer how linear emotions to how a computer is feeling, because a conversation with the chat bot, and I was like, okay, you're a computer, you can't feel, you're not even a computer technically, you're like an entity at this point. So how do we make computers understand what humans feel? I mean, they can scrape the internet all at once and get an idea and tell you what DSM-5 or whatever the psych manual is got as a definition for sadness, but unless you actually make it understand, how the fuck does it know?
Well, and I think that's the key, is like, it can know, but it can never understand.
But it needs to. Otherwise,
but it takes it takes thoughtful human interaction to believe in it as the best way to be the knowledge base, as opposed to it understanding all of the things we have yet to even articulate.
Right. And I believe I'm one of those people that's like, something that might not be attainable today.
Yeah. 100%.
I mean, it's not going to freaking happen in 20 years. Like, stop thinking in this dynamic of everything is now and maybe tomorrow. Just
imagine the world of possibility. And there is no time gate.
I mean, I understand it's a stressful time for a lot of people, myself included, but we're at this really fucking awesome vantage point where we are watching. We are watching all of this happen in real time, and whether it ends up not good, hopefully not, or it ends up positive and like things get really amazing, it doesn't matter because we're here watching it. And I think that we're so fucking lucky. And that's the only way that I don't curl up in a ball and cry all day. If I think,
I feel that.
What I'm saying is I think that like if we have to stop thinking, we're not, this isn't this,
we're not going to cry tonight.
No, everything is not an absolute. Things change and things come sentient. Things.
Be an adult, and
we didn't think dolphins were that smart until recently. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know.
Somebody didn't think dolphins were that smart, but Did you know
dolphins are rapey? I just found that out recently.
They're not rapey. Listen, they have a long ass dick that is like a finger. It's not their fault. So we're humans. We walk around with our fucking these and are like, what's this? I don't know. This is terrible. I've got a spammer like posting some bullshit. No one goes to Stream Boost. Stop posting nonsense in here. Go away, bot.
Nonsense.
Yeah, it's like some stupid thing. It's whatever. But the thing is, there's this is a crazy podcast. It's a fucking crazy podcast, and I will get the proper name of it. But it's like, there's something about Larry or something like that, right? And it's this British dude who developed a relationship, a normal, above board, nothing hanky relationship with this dolphin who kept favoring one particular harbor in England. So over many years, he would just go chill with the fucking dolphin. And then somebody, or there's like almost like a folklore or some sort of urban legend that it was because he was fucking the dolphin. But my dude was not fucking the dolphin. And even the person who said he was fucking the dolphin was like, dude was not fucking the dolphin. I never really said that. And I'm sure something was said because it got turned into, he was like damn near sex offender worthy in court. I felt so bad for this man who had this very special relationship all because of that weird ass dolphin baby dick. It has a name. I don't know what it is, but it's how they feel the world. So
well, now I know. See?
Right?
So cool. Okay. I'm putting this back in the oven. I'll post the recipe if you didn't see the shit that I put in this thing.
Fuck yeah. We will share that for her. Oh, this cooks on low pressure. I didn't realize that.
Are you in? Yeah, you're low pressure.
Well, on the Instant Pot, because it's on auto rice mode. I didn't think it was, I thought it was high pressure.
Alexa, set a timer for 28 minutes. I was just like, it's all going to come together at the same fucking time anyway.
It's all good, Bluma. Oh, man. We are
cooking. We're cooked and we're cooking.
Right. We try to keep these around 45 minutes to an hour. So trying to think about, tell me a story, Bluma. You're great at stories. While we're Instant Pot cooking. This is what you can do.
I don't even know what
scientific equipment.
What's
appropriate?
Gosh. I feel like I've just been like so immersed in my own shit lately that I'm like, I can't even give me a prompt of like an era or something.
I love that you're just okay. I have an idea. My friend is pretty certain that women will lead prompt engineering and are basically the AI's overlords if when that ever happens, and that it's actually going to encourage a shit ton of STEM behavior for women.
Yes.
Why do you think so?
Because I think that we are able to humanize and separate how we feel about something more than men are not able to do, but have been curated to do. So
sure. No, and that's fair, right?
The way that we're raised to nurture, but intellectually we want to learn more just like anyone else. So like, I think that it's going to be a spot where the people that understand how it works the most are going to benefit the most. And I don't think that eventually is going to be the big corporations. Of course, AI is going to do a lot for business and all that shit, but I think it's going to do a lot for people. And I think it is going to do a lot in this part of the project that I'm working on for women, because I think that we get busy and we don't know how to all right, good story. You want a story? Back in the 2000s, I went to engineering school and I came out of school wanting to build a new car. Like it was going to be a diesel style car that ran on both diesel and vegetable oil. And it was going to be no computer. If you wanted your phone to hook up to it, that's fine. You could use speakers or whatever. You could use your Bluetooth, but technically it had no no computer or anything. So I want basically what you had in the
like a mechanical situation.
Very completely mechanical governor for the fuel, like all of it mechanical. And I just fell in love with this concept. And then I was doing talks for a while. I was doing conversions for other people's cars to run on vegetable oil, which I loved. And then it kind of dried up. And as the electric vehicle boom happened, like it was clear that you either had to like piss or get off the pot. Like AI right now, either get on board now or just you're going to miss your opportunity. So
you're going to be in God's country.
Yeah, right. So because I didn't have the backing or the knowledge to start a business, or how to ask for a grant proposal, or how to even articulate all of the designs and thoughts and sketches and all of it into one spot, and how to find other people that think like me so that we can get together and build this and make it happen. And because I didn't have those things, this vehicle never got created. And I'm thinking, if I would have had technology that we have available to us now, and the AI that I'm working on right now, if I would have had that back then, I would have built this fucking awesome car and people would be driving it, hopefully, or I would have at least gotten funding, or I would have gotten killed, because you know the rumor about if you design like alternative, you just kind of disappear.
I mean,
anyway, so but anyway, I didn't even have the chance to get killed because I didn't get a chance to make it. And so I think that a lot more people are going to have the opportunity to fulfill these wonderful life, human changing innovations just simply by utilizing the AI to help them just get shit down and figure out, okay, you need to contact about your LLC today. You need to talk to your proprietary law lawyer. Like, you just, things that I had at my disposal at the time, and maybe, again, when you don't have a group of people doing a project together, I don't think people understand that when it's just you trying to fucking figure out this thing.
The collective collaboration that can occur today is like you do. And I'd like to mention summer camp. It is my favorite. This is my favorite time of year with relation to that time period, because everyone is not burnt out. We're fucking hyped. We're all coming together to collaborate and deliver the best experience for Hacker Summer Camp, which, if you don't know, is 4 conferences back to back to back. So the Diana Initiative, who's our charity tonight, people who feel other. So it's your queer community, it's your neurospicy community. I'm a member of both, and I support in full. That said, so Diana goes to B-Sides. B-Sides is your local low-cost option that appears all over the world. I'd love to throw a shout out to InfoSec Map. You can find all of these events on InfoSec Map. Martine is a wonderful human, and he's actually working with me in my day job with OWASP. But my point, so Diana to B-Sides, Black Hat is happening. That's your sales bros, your big money show. Take their tickets, go to the shows, but like have a purpose if you go there. That is the purpose. And then DEF CON, which is the crown jewel. So it's 33,000 hackers coming together in it started, 33 years ago? So this is DEF CON 33. It's funny to watch us age out. It's funny to watch us fucking have spawn that show up and multi-generational hackers.
I love that. Yes. My daughter, I love that she's into lock picking. So anyway, but
hell yeah. I love that. But see, we now have children. That's our point. And her daughter and my daughter are both basically adults. So that's going to be around 3 generations soon, and holy fuck, we're multiplying. So let's fucking fix the world, because this is where it comes together. And my point originally was that this is the most creative, fun time where everybody's fresh enough to actually like play nice together and deliver an amazing camp.
I think a lot of it comes with age too. I think that there is a certain set of women our age that are still in the workforce. They probably changed careers once or twice already. They know what they want. They're tired of everybody's shit. They just want to get their job done, or they wanted to create something. Like I've seen it on the menopause boards, even, is just like, I need a purpose.
Oh my God. I need a purpose. Away from the menopause.
I know, right? I know.
Man.
Okay. Hey,
I love you, but oh my God, Dr. Google is not. Talk to your AI. She'll treat you better.
I know she does, because the people on Reddit are.
They're assholes and they're fucking wrong.
Well, for that, and they're all freaking menopausal, so I don't want to talk to any of them. They're mean. So okay.
So you were saying though that you think that women in the workplace are going to cause disruption, is where I think you were headed.
I think so. I really do. I feel like this is our time we're already like, we got our hip in the door jam. Like, we're ready to like keep going. You know what I mean? We're ready to come all the way through, but it took us this long to get here, but maybe that was for a reason. So
at least there's enough of us with 0 fucks to give anymore. Right? Like,
we don't give any fucks anymore.
And as long as it's a pair though, so you have no fucks to give with your heart in the right place, and your heart has been shaped over the last fucking technological like we've watched so much shit where this is magic. This is literally what we're doing right now on a stream where we're in our individual kitchens cooking and carrying on, trying to, like, what the fuck is this? This is crazy. So we're here and we're out of fucks to give. I think we should close now because we're done. I'm not going to sit around for this fucking Instant Pot to be done, so I'm going to say it's time.
Okay. All right, it's cooking anyway.
I'm bad at making hearts. How do the kids
How about this?
They do this?
I will post a picture of the food once it's completed so y'all can see if it turned out trash or not, and I will give an honest reaction as to if I over salted it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Bluma. Always a pleasure. Have a good night.
See you later.
Donate to Diana.
Yes,
oh my gosh.
Please do.
Bye.
We need more women at DEF CON, please.
Yes.
Thank you.